Hello everyone, welcome back to our course Basics of Python Programming for Pharmaceutical Sciences. In the previous lecture, we learned how to use for loops and while loops to repeatedly execute a block of code. But sometimes we don't want a loop to run until the end. Imagine you are searching for a medicine in a pharmacy. Once you find it, there is no need to continue searching through the remaining shelves. Similarly, imagine checking prescriptions. If one prescription is incomplete, you don't stop your work. You simply skip it until the next one. Python provides two powerful statements to control loop execution: break, continue. In today's lecture, we will understand how these statements work, where to use them, and how they differ from each other. By default, Python loops continue executing until their condition becomes false or until every item in the sequence has been processed. However, real-life situations are rarely so straightforward. Think of a traffic signal. Normally, vehicles keep moving forward, but sometimes they need to stop immediately. Other times, they simply change direction and continue. Loop control statements work in exactly the same way. The break statement acts like a stop signal. The continue statement acts like a detour sign, allowing the program to skip only the current iteration and continue with the remaining ones. These statements make our programs more flexible and efficient. Let's begin with the break statement. The break statement immediately terminates the loop. As soon as Python encounters a break statement, it exits the loop completely and starts executing the code that comes after the loop. Think about searching for an apple in a basket. If the third apple is rotten, you stop checking the remaining apples. There is no point continuing the inspection. Similarly, in programming, break is commonly used when searching for a specific item, exiting infinite loops, or stopping a process when a condition has been satisfied. This helps save both time and computational resources. Let's understand break with a simple Python program. The code is for space val space in inside quotation marks string semicolon. After proper indentation, if space val double equals inside the string I semicolon. Here you can see the break followed by print statement val. After the next code is print inside the brackets semicolons the end. Now let's execute it step by step. The loop starts with the letter S. Since it is not I, it is printed. The same happens for the T and R. When Python reaches the letter I, the condition becomes true. The break statement executes immediately. The loop ends right there. The remaining letters N and G are never processed. Finally, Python prints the end. Remember this important point. Break exits the entire loop, not just one iteration. This is one of the most frequently used loop control systems in Python. Now let's discuss the continue statement. Unlike break, continue does not terminate the loop. Instead, it skips only the current iteration and immediately moves to the next one. Imagine a mail carrier delivering letters. One house has a no mail sign. The mail carrier simply skips that house and continues delivering mail to the remaining houses. That is exactly how continue works. It is especially useful when we want to ignore invalid or unwanted data while continuing to process everything else. Examples include skipping absent students, ignoring expired medicines, filtering invalid laboratory data. The loop continues normally after skipping only that particular iteration. Let's see another example here. See the code here in the slide. Again, the loop starts with S, T and R. These letters are printed. When Python reaches I, the continue statement executes. Instead of ending the loop, Python skips only the print statement for this iteration. Then it immediately moves to the next letters N and G. So the output becomes S, T, R, N, G. The word the end is printed afterwards. Notice the difference. With break, the loop stopped immediately. With continue, the loop skipped only one iteration and continued normally. Python also provides another statement called pass. Although today's topic focuses on break and continue, it is useful to know about pass. Unlike break or continue, pass does absolutely nothing. It is simply a placeholder. Sometimes we have not written the code yet, but Python still expects an indented block. Instead of leaving it empty, which causes an error, we write pass. For example, if letter double equals inside quotation mark H semicolon, after indentation, if we write pass, here Python simply ignores this statement and continues execution normally. We will study pass in more detail in future lectures. For now, just remember break stops the loop, continue skips one iteration, pass does nothing. Let's compare these two statements. Break stops the entire loop, execution continues after the loop, used when the required task is complete. Continue skips only the current iteration, returns to the beginning of the loop, remaining iterations continue normally. A simple way to remember this is break means stop, continue means skip and move on. This comparison is very important because beginners often confuse these two statements. Before we finish, let's discuss some best practices. If you are working with nested loops, remember that break exists only the innermost loop, not all loops. Also, avoid using too many break and continue statements because excessive use can make programs difficult to understand and debug. Always write clear, readable code. To summarize today's lecture, Python provides loop control statements to change the normal execution of loops. Break terminates the loop immediately. Continue skips only the current iteration. Pass is a placeholder that performs no action. Choosing the correct statement makes your programs more efficient and easier to maintain. In the next lecture, we will continue exploring more Python programming concepts with practical examples. Thank you for watching and happy coding.